Namaste. We are from the Kismet Connect team. This video has been created based on the learnings and experience gained over 16 years of studying and practicing occult science by our founders, Sajit Kesavan. In this video, we'll understand which birth date patterns and numerological indicators are commonly associated with people who have the potential to become billionaires. Let's understand everything step by step.
To uncover your true potential, you really don't need to rely on blind superstition or complex astrology. You just need to understand the language of numbers. And we do this using an ancient foundational tool called the Lo Shu Grid. Now, don't just look at this as a simple square. Think of it as the master architectural blueprint of your destiny. Just like a perfectly designed blueprint is used to build a strong skyscraper, the structure of your life and your success relies heavily on the foundation of this grid.
So the very first step is figuring out which numbers actually go into your blueprint. We start by calculating your ruling number. And don't worry, there's absolutely no complicated jargon here. It's simply the sum of your birth date. For example, let's say you were born on the 13th of any month. You just add 1 and 3, which gives you a ruling number of 4. Born on a single-digit date like the 4th, well, then your ruling number is simply 4. This single digit acts as the core pillar of your chart. It's essentially the foundation of your identity and how you take action in the world.
If your ruling number is your core, the second most important number you have is your life path number. If numerology were a game, this would be the second major lottery ticket you're handed at birth. To find it, write down your full date of birth, the day, the month, and the year, and add up all the digits until you get a single number. Let's say your birthday is August 13th, 1990. You'd add 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1, 9, 9, and 0. That totals 31. Then, just add 3 and 1 together, and you get a life path number of 4. See? Just a bit of simple addition, and you've unlocked the ultimate destination number of your life.
So how does this master framework actually come together? The Lo Shu Grid is a beautifully simple 3x3 table, and its layout is exactly the same for everyone in the world. The top row is always 4, 9, 2, the middle is 3, 5, 7, and the bottom row is always 8, 1, 6. Think of these 9 blocks as your master reference map. Every number from 1 to 9 has a fixed, dedicated home here. They never change places.
Now, how do we fill this fixed grid with your personal numbers? There are just 3 really easy rules for transferring your birth date into the grid. Rule number 1, completely ignore any zeros. They just don't go in here. Rule number 2, place your single digits into their designated fixed boxes on that master map. And the third, most crucial rule, if a number repeats in your birth date, you put it right next to the first one, inside that exact same box. It really is that simple.
When we feed a sample birth date into the grid, you'll immediately notice something. Some blocks fill up, some have repeating numbers, and some are left completely empty. A lot of people panic when they see empty blocks, but let me tell you, that is entirely normal. Everyone has a mix of filled and empty spaces. It's just nature's way of balancing things out. The filled blocks represent your natural strengths, while the empty ones highlight areas you might need to work on a little bit more throughout your life.
Okay, now we get to the most important activation step in this whole process. This is literally where the magic happens. Remember that ruling number and life path number we calculated earlier? We are now going to take them and feed them directly into your personal Lo Shu Grid, just like the rest of the numbers. This is an absolute game changer. Why? Because the moment your ruling and life path numbers enter the grid, they can fill up those empty blocks. This simple placement often completes missing lines in a person's chart, and when that happens, it can completely transform their destiny and potential for success. All right, your personal grid is now fully set up. Now we're moving on to the most exciting part of this explainer, Rajyogs, the billionaire indicators. We're going to look at the specific number combinations that are most frequently found in the charts of globally successful billionaires and top achievers. The first major indicator is the 4-5-6 diagonal line. Take a look at your Lo Shu Grid. If you have numbers in the 4, 5, and 6 blocks, they form a perfect diagonal from the top left down to the bottom right. This specific alignment is pretty rare, and when it shows up, it's a massive signal for immense success potential. This combination brings phenomenal stability, incredible organizational discipline, and serious wealth accumulation. People with this line know exactly how to turn their grand plans into reality. Next up is another highly potent Rajyog known as the 2-5-8 diagonal. See how it cuts beautifully from the top right down to the bottom left. If this 2-5-8 line is complete in your grid, you are looking at the biggest indicator for property ownership, brilliant business sense, and massive financial success. When it comes to real estate and long-term investments, this line works like absolute magic. People with this combination are natural wealth builders who can truly build an empire from the ground up. Then we have the 159 horizontal row, cutting straight through the middle of the grid. This is our third major success combination. Having the 1, 5, and 9 blocks filled gives you raw energy, unshakable willpower, and a continuous momentum that is very hard to break. These are the exact qualities you consistently see in the world's top achievers, the people who never give up and keep pushing forward no matter what. It is a solid line of pure drive and massive success.
Now let's zoom in on the number sitting right in the center of the grid, number 5. This isn't just an ordinary number. It acts as the anchor for all those billionaire Rajyogs we just talked about. Number 5 is literally the heart of the Lo Shu Grid. Just having a 5 massively boosts your career, communication, and overall wealth. But here's the most crucial part. When that number 5 specifically shows up in your grid as your calculated ruling number or life path number, its power is multiplied. It becomes a supreme anchor for your life and global success, keeping you perfectly balanced.
Let's move on to another absolute powerhouse, number 6. In numerology, this is the number of Venus. When number 6 appears in your grid, it brings luxury, a very strong flow of money, and tremendous success in relationships. And just like we saw with the 5, when this number 6 specifically functions as your ruling number or life path number inside the grid, it completely supercharges your financial magnetism. It literally starts attracting wealth, luxury, and high-end opportunities straight to you like a magnet.
Now you might be thinking, what happens if I'm missing these critical billionaire numbers like 5 or 6 from my grid? Don't worry at all. To activate these missing numbers, you do not need to perform expensive rituals or hand over money to fake gurus. According to the source material, we can activate these missing energies using very simple, practical, and basically cost-free remedies. If you're missing number 6, you can activate it by donating white items like milk, rice, or sugar on Fridays. Additionally, simply wearing a watch with a metal chain naturally activates the energy of Venus through the metal and the ticking movement. And what if you're missing that anchor number 5? Just bring the color green into your daily life. You can wear a green thread, keep small green plants on your desk, or even just carry a green handkerchief. These remedies are practical, totally logical, and highly effective. But there's another fascinating truth here. Even if you have a brilliantly strong grade and automatically activated Rajyogs, reaching true billionaire status requires you to align 2 ultimate multipliers, and those are your chosen profession and the spelling of your name. The harsh reality is that 80% of the population in the world are into the wrong profession. Yes, 80%. You could have the most powerful birth chart in the world, filled with every Rajyog, but if your chosen career path doesn't align with the energetic strengths of your numbers, you're going to face constant struggles. You simply can't force your way against the energy of the universe. You have to practically match your daily role and life goals with the unique numbers in your grid. That is a fundamental rule of success.
And that brings us to the final key, name numerology. The source provides some amazing real-world examples of this. One globally successful actor slightly altered the spelling of their name so it matched perfectly with their ruling and life path numbers, and they saw almost immediate superstardom. Or take a legendary business leader who launched a historic, highly anticipated car model. The name of that first model totaled to a 6, and it completely revolutionized the industry. But years later, they launched another car where the name totaled to 18, which reduces to a 9. Because 9 was a number of struggle for that specific venture, despite all the massive hype, it completely failed. This shows that aligning your name spelling with your ruling and life path numbers is the ultimate master key that can unlock even the weakest birth chart.
If you found this video helpful and want to learn how numerology can help you make better life decisions, achieve success, and understand yourself better, subscribe to the Kismet Connect channel. We'll be bringing you many more easy-to-understand videos on numerology, Lo Shu Grid, name numerology, and other occult sciences. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.